different asset classes that fit their long-term goals and ones that will solidify their legacy. Assets like cash flowing business, cash flowing real estate, alternate currency markets, collectibles, gold and silver, and better yet, collectible gold and silver. True wealth keeps score by counting how many things they could sell at a profit at any time, or the things that keep paying them over and over and over again. The world says be cool. We say be wealthy.
Legacy. What is it? Is it Tom Brady with his 7 Super Bowl rings? Tiger with his undeniable greatness on the course? Ali with his knockout of Frazier? Steve Jobs with his vision and relentless tenacity? Sure. We came to fight. But is legacy only reserved for greats in sports, celebrities, or icons in business? No. Legacies are an undeniable constant that every human breathing a breath has no choice but to leave. Big or small, good or bad, each one of us will leave a legacy. The problem is that they aren't built in a day, and you can't cheat it if you want a good one. Legacies are built with time, work, character, meaning, and discipline. All things that can't be erased easily. They don't fade quickly or sour easily. They are the memory of love, hope, and courage for the next in line to walk the path. They can be physical things or lots of indelible lessons taught and learned over time. The good ones are probably both. The best legacies are deliberate works of art that have an impact on the ones who matter most to the person with the brush. We will all be remembered for something, and destiny gives us the option to choose. See, the goal isn't to live forever, it's to create something that will. So pick up the brush and start painting. Start living the legacy you ultimately want to leave.
This is the introduction. Hello, everyone.
All right. Before we get started, everyone, please place your name in the chat. Let us know where you're calling in from and who invited you. I'd like to remind everyone that purchasing precious metals, albeit collectible coins or bullion, it involves risk. So please make sure you exercise your due diligence and properly educate yourself prior to purchasing, selling, or buying precious metals. Special thanks to our leadership who consistently show up for the team's success. It does take fortitude and consistency to show up for others. And to our VIPs and new guests, please do take the moment to applaud yourself in making a life-changing decision. Let's see. Who do we
I'm
have
right
here
here
today?
is T.
First
Foxworth.
of all, I do want to thank Mr. Joseph Latin for
I'm right
helping me out
there.
this morning. It is a fantastic thing when you know you can lean on your teammates. What's going on, Miss Teresa? Residing in Atlanta, originally from South Carolina. Welcome. Hello again. Thanks, Mr. Joseph Latin out of Phoenix, Arizona. What's going on, Edward Thomas? Grand afternoon to you. Grand rising to me on my side of the country. Hello, Underwoods. Good afternoon back to you. Hello, Miss Suzanne.
So I have another account on here is T. Foxworth, but I'm showing on here is T. Foxworth. Welcome.
I am so glad that you guys are able to
Hope you
make it here
enjoy it.
today. As an Army veteran, I always like to say welcome home to my fellow vets. Now, let's take pause here for a second. Imagine having more months at the end of your paycheck. Now, this is a very relatable scenario, being that 1 out of 2 Americans are directly impacted by this. Now, imagine having a family member or a loved one struggling to make that $400 emergency. Now, picture being that individual is able to hand over that much needed $400 to help them tie over for the month. Believe it or not, this organization continues to be an answer to a prayer I didn't even know I had. With that said, I strongly encourage you to make sure you have your notebook and your writing implement ready, because the information information you're about to
Writing
receive is
instruments
truly
ready.
life-changing. At this time, I have the utmost pleasure of introducing our speaker. He has been with the company since the beginning.
Do you
Not
have your
only
writing
is he my
instrument
friend, mentor,
ready?
and coach, he is
Hi,
also the saint for
Jonah.
so
Hi,
many
Brenda.
other
Hi,
individuals.
Raheem.
He has made success in this, I'd like to say, community-based collaborative marketing business for over 2 decades, and he is someone who is truly dedicated and duplicating his success. He's a man of faith, serial entrepreneur, and to top it off, he's a happily married individual with 5 happy kids. And some days I wish he could adopt me as one of his kids, but no, I have to settle for being one of his mentee, friend, and business partner. I also coined him as the original godfather of 7K for the reasons I have stated already. With that said, please help me give the most warmest welcome to my friend, mentor, and business partner, Executive Gold, Tony Hubbard.
Tony Hubbard.
Are you there?
He's my mentor, too.
Oh, can I hear you? Yes,
There
I
he
can.
is. Uh-oh. He seems to be muted without looking like he's muted. That's the problem.
Can we hear him? I can't hear
No.
him. Okay, can anybody else hear him?
Nope.
Somebody put him in the chat.
Can you hear me now?
Now we
Yes,
can.
now
There
I
we
can
go.
hear you. Yes, there you are.
That was scary.
Well, first of all, let me say hats off to you for doing an amazing job as always, doing an incredible amount of energy to the table, introduction. What she did not tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that
Let's
she's only been on
see.
board
I'm
with our
gonna
company
widen
for about
this
3
some.
years. And during that time, she's impacted thousands of lives for the better, and I have no doubt, because she is the ultimate team player. She'll be one of our top leaders and earners in this company for many years to come. So definitely hats off to you, Sally Mary. I look forward to your future success. And ladies and gentlemen, Sally Mary said some great things about me, and that feels good, and it always does. But if all that you ever knew about me was what she said, it could be
Is it
very, very
crooked?
misleading. Because, again, the purpose of this Zoom today is just to give you a brief overview about our company so that you can decide what role you may or may not play in the nationwide and now international expansion of our company called 7K. But just to begin, I think it's fair that before you hear information concerning a business, you do need to know a little background of the person who's sharing. You see, I was very fortunate to enter into this profession of home-based business or network marketing back in the year of 2000. And at the time, like many Americans, I thought I already had this American dream. You see, I was an operator at a chemical plant. I was earning a 6-figure income, working 60 to 80 hours a week. But after being a part of the company for 12 years, my life was drastically interrupted with a little thing that's commonplace in corporate America. They call that a merger. And the first lie they told us is that no one had anything to worry about. 6 months later, we were blindsided. And they said by Christmas, 1 out of 4 would no longer be employed. And that was devastating to me. And although I was not a victim, I watched 264 of my friends lose their employment in a moment's time. And that was my wake-up call. I recognized right then it did not make sense having all of your eggs in one basket, especially if you didn't own the basket. So to make a long story short, I was open for the first time in my life to a plan B. A friend of mine gave me a phone call, like many of you here today, to come out, take a look at the business. It made sense, and I got involved. A year and a half later, part-time, I started earning a full-time income. Now, fast forward 10 years, I received a call about the company we're going to talk about today. And I got involved the very same night. I took a look at it, not because I understood everything, but because what they shared with me made a whole bunch of sense. Do me a favor, I'd like a live and interactive presentation. Put a 2 in the chat if it makes sense to you to purchase gold and silver at the best price. Put a 2 if that makes sense to you. And if it also makes sense that if someone's going to get paid whenever someone else buys gold and silver, that somebody probably needs to be named you. Because that's all I really grasped nearly 9 years ago. And from that time to now, I've introduced a few hundred people to the concept. And I am blessed now to have a team that is tens of thousands of individuals around the world. Now, I don't share that today to impress you, but to impress upon you. That if someone like myself that doesn't even have a college degree can do this business and earn several thousand on a weekly basis, every last one of you guys here today will have that exact same opportunity. So over the next 30 minutes or so, let's just share with you the same concept that was shared with me a little over nearly 9 years ago. And if you like what you see, like many of us love what we saw, we're going to welcome you to our family in advance. So let me share my screen and let's just have a business conversation on what we call a wealth strategy. How do I go from my current circumstance to not only surviving, how do I thrive no matter what's going on in our economy? Well, let's talk about it. Now, our mission, ladies and gentlemen, I believe in being perfectly clear, is to put gold and silver in the hands of the people who need it the most. Well, let's talk about that. Now, why gold and silver? Here's the major reason why, and I believe we can all agree to it. Over the last 100 plus years, our dollar has been on a steady decline as far as purchasing power. I mean, what a dollar used to be able to buy 5 years ago, it cannot buy a fraction of that today. But here's the good news. During that same time frame, ladies and gentlemen, gold and silver has been on the incline, and it steadily went up in value. It's done just the opposite. Well, that's why today we're going to make a case for what is called sound money. And don't be alarmed, that is a fancy way of saying physical gold and silver. Today we're going to share with you some of the secrets of the wealthy. You will find out why is it that the wealthy of the wealthy own gold and silver, so should you and I. Why is it that the largest governments of the world, the largest financial institutions of the world, why do they own the most and yet they save the least? What do they know that you and I should know? Well, here's what they understand, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just talk about, let's make a case for gold and silver. Think about it. Back in 1965, I was a year old at the time. A $1 bill and a 1 ounce silver coin were equal in value. And during that same time, let's just talk about $2,500 because back then, $2,500 of $1 bills, 1 ounce silver coins, or in gold, ladies and gentlemen, would buy you a brand new Ford Mustang right off the showroom floor. Do me a favor, put a 3 in the chat if you think buying a brand new Ford Mustang for $2,500 is a beautiful thing. But fast forward to today, because the dollar has depreciated by 98%, and silver and gold have both appreciated thousands of times during that time. You and I both know $2,500 $1 bills, you're going to be lucky if they say that's the down payment. But if you would have saved that $2,500 in silver, the value of that would buy you 2 brand new Ford Mustangs. What if you saved that same $2,500 in gold, which was 79 ounces back then, ladies and gentlemen, today, or 72 ounces? I mean, it'd be worth well over $200,000. So you better buy several of those Mustangs today. So here's what I want you to understand, and here's what we're making a case. If you're going to save, I'm not saying change your buying habit. If you're going to save, why not also save in silver and also save in gold? Here's the example for that. Let's just say over the last 5 years, this is something I believe we could have all accumulated. $1,000 in cash, 1,000 in gold, or 1,000 in silver. What would be the results today? Because inflation, that's one of the major reasons why silver and gold keep up with and exceed inflation. But if you would just save 1,000 in cash, although it says that in the bank, what you can buy with it would be about $760 worth today. What if I would have saved that $1,000 in gold without doing anything to it? It'd be worth nearly $2,000 a day, and that $1,000 in silver would be worth over $2,000 today. See, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to sound like a broken record. If you're going to save, we're not talking about changing your buying habit. We're saying, why not do what the wealthy people do? Also save in silver and also save in gold. Well, here's the first question people ask. Okay, if it's so smart, why don't more people do it? Well, here's the reason. People don't know what to buy. They don't know who to trust. They don't know, what happens if I have it in my house, the whole 9 yards. And at the end of the day, it becomes complicated. And we believe that should not be the case. And so what we do, and what we're going to do for you today, is simply sell you a membership, like a Sam's Club or a Costco. Put a 3 in the chat if you have a membership to either one of those institutions. Because if you understand that membership has privileges, you're going to love what happens if you decide to get a membership with this amazing company. Now, let's talk about the basics. Most of the people I know, they can afford the basic, and it comes with our signature product of a Sound Money wallet. How does that work? Let's watch a short video.
We're now completely revolutionizing the industry and making it so anyone and everyone can seamlessly start buying precious metals. It doesn't matter if you want to start with $100 or even $1. The new technology provided by our partner company, Sound Money Wallet, will allow you to convert your cash to various asset classes, a fractional gold or silver quickly, no gains or gimmicks. Sound Money, you own the metals you buy, but they store them safe and sound. And you'll sleep easy at night knowing that if you ever want your metals, they'll be in the mail at the drop of a hat. Sound Money uses a non-segregated vault at their partner company, VaultMax, to store your precious metal assets, protected by some of the most technologically advanced security out there. You can be sure your metals are safe there. If you want your metals, simply request it. Pay the shipping and insurance and it will be on the way. But what if you need cash? This is the only tool on the market with the power to give you frictionless liquidation with one of the best buyback prices in the industry. Sound Money will make your ownership journey convenient and easy. Be confident that control is back in your hands from start to finish. Let Sound Money Wallet work for you.
All right. Put a 2 in the chat if you love the fact that now you too can buy fractional silver and fractional gold based upon what you can afford. Because here's the truth of the matter. The average person, when you mention gold and silver, they check out. In their mind, it is a rich man's game and a game of people. But no longer, because of the Sound Money Wallet, these gentlemen have cracked the code. They've made owning gold and silver affordable to you and I. So in addition to the Sound Money Wallet, with our basic membership, once you get that membership, we're gonna start you out with a fraction $20 worth of gold. Also, you can save up to $1,000 of gold and silver in that vault for free. In addition to that, if you don't know a lot about gold and silver, don't be alarmed, because part of the membership, there is a buyer certification. There's a collector's training that will educate you on what the most successful people buy. You will learn the difference between the two types of products we have. The bullion, which is our wholesale product, and the collectible coin, which is our retail product, and you'll understand the difference and why people buy both. Also, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to collectible, our company was basically coined the phrase of modern day collectibles, because 6 years ago, we partnered up with a mint, and we are the only home-based business that is now minting and designing their own silver and gold coins. This is just a small fraction of what members have been able to accumulate over the years. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful thing about collectible coins, typically bullion, the non-collectible coins, people buy them for defense. That's how you protect your wealth. But you and I both know you're never going to win in business or in life if all you ever did was just play defense. So the offensive strategy, if you want to grow your wealth, that's where the collectible coins come into play. And they say 90% of Americans collect something. So imagine getting coins just like this. The collectible coins add 3 different things. Not only are they stunning, they're rare, but they have a story that comes along with it, and you'll get a chance to be a part of the game. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful thing about that is that these coins historically have increased in value over the years. Example, the Julius Caesar. I remember back in 2021, our company produced 12 of the Roman emperors. It's like an exact duplicate, but it's in 1 ounce silver coin of those particular ones, and they were some of the most sought after coins on the planet. I paid $360, and I've seen it sell for as much as $2,500 today. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, another coin that they brought on board that we actually got a chance to get access to was one of these beautiful rare coins that every last one of us, this Tiffany art. It sold originally for $100. Today, you're going to be hard-pressed to find one under $2,000. It's a beautiful thing. It's like having a Rembrandt coin. It's like having a Picasso coin, but it's very, very affordable. So in addition to the fact that you get a chance to get access to some of the rarest coins on the planet, one of the first questions come about, well, what if I need to liquidate it? Our partner company is called Stack and Sell. So imagine an independent auction house that you get a chance to list and sell your coins and name your price. And that's what Stack and Sell does. It really has 4 functions. You get a chance to buy, they will verify, you can actually stack on that platform, and whenever you're ready, you can actually sell. It becomes a win-win-win scenario. So in addition to that, with our basic, we only allow you to do 10 coins, but there's way for you to do more. And we'll also allow you to get access to instant gold play if you decide to share this. What is instant gold play? I'm glad you asked. Let's watch the short video.
Whenever you refer a new customer membership to 7K, we will instantly pay you either $20 or $80 in fractional gold. sent to Vault Max and instantly shown on your Sound Money dashboard. We'll say that again. Instant gold.
All right. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, that what comes with that instant gold pay, you have several other benefits that come with our basic membership. So when you look at all the benefits that come with our basic membership, individuals start getting intimidated. Say, man, I mean, why is that the basic? I mean, I can't even come on board. Well, because although it's nearly $500 in value, $149, you, my friend, are in the game. Now, what if you're like myself? You believe if I'm going to do something, I need to have all the whistles and the buttons. We also have a legacy membership designed just for you. See, our legacy membership, ladies and gentlemen, it's like the country club version of 7K. You're going to get all the benefits I just talked about, but so much more. Just for us to start out, we're going to put $40 worth of gold in your Sound Money wallet right off the bat. And if you want to store metal in that Sound Money wallet, ladies and gentlemen, and just kept in our private vault, with our legacy membership, we allow you to store up to $50,000 before you ever have to pay a storage fee. That's a $250 value. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, a stack and sell, you have unlimited access on that platform with our legacy membership. What does that mean? That means you can buy and sell as many coins as you possibly can. I've known people in the last couple of years, they've bought and sold nearly 300 coins. I actually had a couple of people on my team a few years ago that all they did was just buy some of these rare coins 1 month and flip them the next month, and they were able to accumulate over $60,000 worth of profit. You can do the same with the legacy membership. In addition to that, you get the instant gold pay. And if you decide to share this, there also is a way for you to earn some additional revenue by just because you have the legacy membership. You get a chance to get paid what we call our metal bonus. How does that work? If you do the legacy membership, every person that you personally sponsor, if they decide to put money in that Sound Money wallet, our company will pay you a percentage of that in the metal that they buy. So if they buy $100,000 worth of silver, you're going to get paid in silver. If they buy $200,000 worth of gold, you're going to get paid in gold. Just recently, after our international convention, one of our friends was able to share this with a gentleman at the airport. Little did he know he had money that he was worried about, that he had lost in the stock market, he had lost in other investment. He wanted to put it in silver and gold. And because that gentleman did that, our business partner was able to gain over $2,000 in the metal that guy bought, and you can do the same. Also, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at all the benefits that come along with it, the stack and sell, the buyer certification, the Sound Money matching bonus, and to get a chance to build a business and build a team, it's nearly $900 worth of value. But again, your discounted price is only $599, and you now have a lifetime subscription to what we call the country club version of 7K. So the next question people ask, how do I get started? Here's what I want you to understand. I'm a firm believer in let people get in where they fit in. Maybe the basic is your style, maybe the legacy is your style, it does not matter. My deal is to go ahead and position yourself so you can start creating wealth with gold and silver. Now, once you come on board, you have several subscription options that you will have. Again, that's your choice. You can decide to do so or not, but I want to share with you some of the reasons why people have been able to accumulate an incredible amount of wealth over the last nearly 9 years by just putting their wealth on autopilot. Our most economical subscription is what we call 7K Pro. For $60 a month, you'll have full access to our training university if you decide to build a team and educate yourself on gold and silver. Also, several times a month, you'll get access to some rare coins, first come, first serve. In addition to that, we'll give you 15 points in the bonus structure and 30 loyalty points, and you can utilize those loyalty points to get free silver and free gold, and that's only $59.95 a month. In addition to that, if you want to put your wealth on autopilot when it comes to bullion, the 7K Pro will allow you to do that, and now you can put your wealth on autopilot. What does that mean? You have 5 different days of the month. You can set it and forget it. And what if you can't afford an ounce of gold, which is about $3,600? In this video, you now have a layaway plan on gold and silver. I can put $50 in silver eagles 1 month. I can put $100 on the gold bars every month, and every single month it'll show me what percentage of an ounce that I own. I mean, once it shows I have an ounce, I can click a button, have it 2 to 3 days to my doorstep via FedEx. My FedEx guy just arrived out there. Or if I ever get into a bind, I can liquidate it within 24 hours. It is a beautiful thing. So to give an example of what some people have been able to capitalize on over the last several years, let's just say over the last several years, you do what most Americans can do and save $100 a month over the last 3 years. Now, if you did it in cash, after 1 year, you would have $1,200, okay? 2 years, 24, 3 years, 36. What if you did the same thing in gold in that sound money wallet? After 1 year, you've already gained nearly $70 worth of profit. After 2 years, you've got, ladies and gentlemen, over $260 worth of profit. And after 3 years, you have over $1,000 worth of profit, and all you did was save $100 a month in gold. It is a beautiful thing. So when you look at that, ladies and gentlemen, another option that you can have, you can buy the collectible coins every single month. From $115 to $179, you, my friend, can put your wealth on autopilot. I mean, we have individuals that's been able to accumulate, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of gold and silver, and all they did was do it at $115 to $179 a month over the last nearly 9 years. So why is that important? Our goal is to put gold and silver in the hands of everyday people that need it the most. And here's what you're going to need to do if you want to have the same kind of story.
Discipline. There's a reason successful people are always talking about it. Without it, you might as well be treading water. You can't go anywhere or get anything in life without the discipline to make it happen. At 7K, we know it's too important to live without, even if you're still developing it. So we automated it. You use automated discipline almost every day for the physical things that matter most in your life. Your mortgage, cell phone, car, credit cards. Do you make those payments manually every month? No. You set them on autopay because it's too important to risk messing up. Gold and silver assets are like your money's best friends. They have its back, but they don't just appear when you need them. And like the other most important things in your life, collecting them is too important to risk messing up. Stack assets on autopay with 7K's autosaver. Don't wait to secure your money's future. And spend the time you save developing the discipline to go after other big goals. At 7K, we help you put assets on autopilot.
All right? Put a 2 in the chat if you love the fact that you now get a chance to put your wealth on autopilot. And when you look at all the options we had, when I first got started, we had one option. We had an MS-70 Silver Eagle, and that particular coin has a history that if you can just store one a month over the course of so many years, I mean, you'd have about $50,000 of input, but that collection today will be worth $1.6 million. So we now have a unique way to put your wealth on autopilot and collectible MS-70 silver coins. We have the beautiful place of the world. Those coins you can only get if you're a member of our company. We have the gold notes. Ladies and gentlemen, the possibilities are endless. In addition to that, if you decide to share this, because there are 2 types of individuals that are really attracted to our company. The first of which are the individuals that were already thinking about buying gold and silver. And when they get a membership, we simplify that process. But then there are also those entrepreneurs that have had that challenge of a $400 emergency in their life. And so if that's you, ladies and gentlemen, we also have a way, if you share this, so you can earn part-time, full-time, and even life-changing income. If you decide to share this, there are 3 different ways you can get paid. We're all about the instant gold pay. Every time you sign someone up, whether for the basic or for the legacy, you can earn up to $80 in instant gold pay. In addition to that, only if you do the legacy membership, you'll get a matching metal bonus every time the person you sign up buys silver or gold in that wallet. You're going to get paid a percentage in the metal that they buy. In addition to that, if you decide to build a team, ladies and gentlemen, just know, and it's a dual team structure, you have the possibility to earn anywhere from $250 to as much as $75,000 on a weekly basis. So how does that work, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, it's a real simple concept. Now, we pay you instantly in gold whenever you sign someone up. We also give you points that you can use in the binary structure. And points equal to dollars. So whenever there's at least 250 points on both sides, it equates to a $250 commission. So how do I get the points? I'm glad you asked. Our basic membership gives you 20 points every time you sign someone up. Our legacy gives you 150 points every time you sign someone up. The 7K Pro, 15 points. The Auto Saver, 15 to 20 points. And the Coin Drop that happens every single week, they will add at least 5 points to your team. So what is my income potential? Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to become profitable right off the bat, I want you to think about the power of 4. Really simple. If you sign up 4 individuals, I don't care how fast you do it, I don't care how slow you do it. If you sign up 4 individuals, personally, 2 left and 2 right, and do the legacy membership, you are already in profit mode. That would equate to $320 in instant gold pay and the $250 in the commission standard. But if you have an incentive, if you do it quickly, which means the first 2 weeks after you sign up, we will double your commission points in the structure. So that means instead of making a little over $500, you now made a little over $800, and you are definitely in profit mode. What if we help you sign up 8 people during the first 2 weeks? You've made over $1,600. What if you help you sign up 16? You get the message. You made well over $3,000. So again, success loves speed. So what is my income potential if I decide to share this, ladies and gentlemen? Let's look at the numbers. Here's how it works. If you bring in the first 2 individuals, you place 1 left and 1 right, you are now in a position to get paid as an associate. Associates are earning up to $500 on a weekly basis. What if I need to make more than that? Real simple. Duplicate your success. You can get paid as a copper. And coppers are earning up to $1,000 on a weekly basis. What if I need to make a little more? You guessed it. Duplicate your success again. You can get paid as a bronze. And bronze are earning up to $2,000 on a weekly basis. And I hope you recognize the pattern. Because one of the things I appreciated about this compensation plan from the very beginning is that it resembles some of the things I was taught by one of my first mentors, Mr. Zig Ziglar. He said you can have everything you want out of life if you just simply help enough other people get what they want out of life. And the only way you're going to make the most money in our compensation plan, this is known as a team build. So that means it's going to take teamwork in order to make the dream work. And for those of you who have aspirations of replacing your income, walking away, never having to worry about punching the clock again, that typically happens when people reach this rank of silver. As you can see, our silvers are earning up to $3,500 on a weekly basis. And just think about that, $3,500 a week, $14,000 a month. That puts you in the top 10% of income earners anywhere on the planet. And the company recognizes here's typically where the cream rises to the top. So much so, a few years ago, they decided to do something unheard of to incentivize you to hit that rank as fast as you possibly can. They said for everyone that comes on board, if you reach that rank of silver, they're going to give you 90 days to do so. And just make at least $5,000 in a month. They're not going to hand you a fancy certificate or a plaque. How about getting a 100-ounce silver bar like you see on the screen? Same one I'm holding in my hands right now that's valued at over $4,000. Now, over the last 8.5 years, there's been well over 600 people in the company that have reached that rank of silver. About 200 of those did it in less than 90 days. Some less than 60. I've seen a few get it done in less than 30 days. And because our team here at Legacy Builders have helped over 100 people get their own 100-ounce silver bar, as my grandmother would oftentimes say, if you can do a thing, you can definitely teach a thing. I'm looking forward to helping at least 50 more people before the year is out get their own 100-ounce silver bar. So do me a favor, put a 5 in the chat if you want to be in that next group of people that we help you get your own 100-ounce silver bar. All right, we got some takers, we got some leaders here. And for those who believe in generational wealth, the highest ranks achieved so far, it's more than possible. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gold, executive, and presidential. Because you're looking at 7,000, 10,000, as much as 12,500 on a weekly basis. Now, these are the highest rates achieved so far, but we have 3 other ones that can go up to 75,000 a week. But currently, right now, there's a little over 100 people in our company's history that have reached the rank of gold. There are 24 of us that have reached the rank of executive gold and 4 presidential goals. So what that should tell you, there is plenty of room at the top. I look forward to seeing the numbers double and triple in the next few years, because when you look at everything our company has to offer, we are by far the best kept secret in all the networking space. And so, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the ball is in your court, and now all you have to do is just make a decision. And every time I share the information, without fail, as far as coming on board and making the best choice, individuals always fall into 1 of 3 categories. And yes, ma'am, yes, sir, you're here today. Person number 1 say, you know what, I like what I hear. I'm really not to that networking thing you've been talking about, but I understand what's going on in the economy. And I know I need to put some of what I'm earning into gold and silver. I say, great. Get back with the person who invited you out. Let them know, hey, I'm a number 1. I got 149 or I got 599. I'm ready to start stacking gold and silver. If you're like person number 2, if you're like thousands of our associates, they say, you know what? I think it's cool to buy gold and silver. I do. I think it's a beautiful thing to get collectible coins. But with real inflation being about 10% a year, and last I checked, you're not handing out those kind of raises. I'm seeing more people get fired than get raises. My household can use an extra 1,000 a month. An extra 2,000, you have no idea how it would change my household. I say, great. Get back with the person that invited you out. Let them know you're number 2. You got 149 or 599. You want to stack. You want to make some money, but if you're like I was, guy number 3. When I found out I could now earn up to as much as $300,000 a month with a product that made sense, this became a no-brainer to me. You see, being a student of this industry, here is what I knew to be true. There are thousands of companies out there in the network marketing space, and they all make money, but they don't all necessarily make sense. And here's what I mean. You see, it never made sense to me to pay 5 to 10 times the price for a product or a service. I can literally go to Sam's Club. I can go to Costco. Same ingredients, fraction of the cost. Never made a lot of sense to me. But you know what has always made sense over the last nearly 9 years? Having $100 silver bars shown up in your mailbox. And what about this newest feature our company have, where you can actually design and mint your own coins to have assets like this, and to be able to make as much as $300,000 a month? That made sense to me. So do me a favor, put a 5 in the chat if what you heard today just makes sense. All right, so here's what we encourage you to do. Join our this amazing family, ladies and gentlemen, from all walks of life. Currently doing business in 41 countries around the world. Because mark my words, a year from now, 2 years from now, this company's going to be a household name. So we're going to open up the floor now for Q&A. If you're a guest on here today, you got maybe 1 or 2 questions, here's the time you want to raise your hand. We'll allow you to unmute. We believe being very transparent, dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's. So we're going to stop sharing. Let's see, we have a few guests on. I don't see any hands raised or anything in the chat. So let me look at the time.
I do like plant-based
All right.
food supplements
Let's do
from
this.
companies like Melaleuca, It Works, and Amway.
We're going to give everyone 8 minutes, so to 1:15.
Sometimes that's a different quality.
1 o'clock.
Hope you all
Central,
enjoyed it.
2 p.m. Eastern. At 1:15, we're going to come right back here. So you got plenty of time to refresh yourself. But do me a favor. Reach out to your team members. If you don't see them on there, say, hey, listen, we're going to get some amazing information from individuals that have made money in the company and have stacked an incredible amount of metals. So we want you to do the same. So go ahead and refresh yourself and then reach out to team members. We'll come back at 1:15 and we're going to go into some intense training on how you can be successful here at 7K.
Thank you for watching. I'll cut it off until the training starts. And I can restart the live if you all want me to start it back. Would you like me to start it back? If so, you can put a yes in here, and hopefully I'll be able to see it. Okay. Thank you for watching. Talk to y'all later. Love you. And please put in the comments, put if you like to know more, put info in the comments or freedom in the comments. And I'll get the information to you. Talk to you later. I love you. Bye-bye. That's in Myrtle Beach. That picture there. Ending now. Have a beautiful Saturday. Love you.